This monstera del Borsigiana is looking so gorgeous, right? So if you see, it has given out tremendous growth. Over the past couple of months, even in this insane heat, I've kept it in the east-facing balcony, and the moment I did, the leaf sizes became so huge. Earlier, see, the leaf sizes were so tiny, so I kept it outside because I thought it was not doing well. The secret is terracotta pot, watering more frequently, and more light. The east-facing early morning light helps this guy. And sometimes I'm doubtful whether this is Borsigiana or Deliciosa because the internodal space has also decreased a lot. See, earlier it was so large, and now if you see this section, it's so tiny. But yeah, it's beautiful with the backdrop of that huge Dieffenbachia that I grew from a broken stem. It's amazing. And this entirely is the Vinca section. Flowers, perennial flowers, which are used in pujas and all. This was a plant that I bought, and initially it started breaking off leaves, and I used all of those broken leaves to propagate again here. And you see some of them have already propagated. The new green ones are propagated ones. I just simply put it in the pot and I water it every day. And voila. This is a massive curry patta leaf that we use in our kitchen as well. So there's another branch behind this. And this is an entire basket of golden pothos. This is the waffle plant. And the Prajita plant is going way up. But it's not flowering at all. The Prajita plant is there. There are two tiny curry leaf plant, brinjal plant from last year, which has been battered with storm, still going strong, has not given me a single brinjal. But this is the fresh Karela seeds that I've sown, bitter gourd. I think they will soon start to flower. There are 3 plants here, 1, 2, 3 in a single basket. Snake leaf broke from one of my snake leaf plants, so I put it, just insert it in the soil. That's how easy it is to propagate. So the snake leaf plant broke from here because the birds were creating a menace. This is the massive jade plant. This is a huge grass that I'm growing because I liked it, it was cute. These are a couple of ZZ plants. This is Sansevieria. And this is Pudina, a fern, the hydroponic system. Growing Pudina as well, many tiny new branches. I'm growing Vinca seeds here. And caladiums and gomphrena seeds here. These are palak seeds. This is peperomia, and this is The fiddle leaf plant that I'm trying to grow big. It's very tiny. And this is the coriander section. This is also the spinach section. And that is the spinach section completely. And this is also some edibles that I'm growing here. This is the section, and that's pretty much the summary of this balcony. And I forgot a pineapple plant that I grew from kitchen scrape. We ate the pineapple and I used the head to grow this pineapple. It's been growing for a year. That one is not doing well, but this one is doing really well. Apart from that, I also have a mycons basket, but this is completely infected, so I've kept it outside. Some of the branches are doing well. I hope this turns into a basket. I have another mycons indoors that's doing better, I think. This was supposed to be a 9 o'clock thing, but I think the soil is too moisture retaining. That's why it's not doing well. Apart from that, there's very little sun here. They love sun, so it needs a more sunnier spot. I might shift this into another balcony. This is my plant corner. This guy is probably a wheelfin sansevieria, but I'm not sure, guys. Let me know, because this is not getting as wide as it should be. I don't know why, but this is some form of sansevieria or Dracaena based on the latest classification. My huge monster Adamsi, 2 pots filled with monster Adamsi cuttings and main branches which are putting out so much growth. And I posted a video on that last week. You can check it out. This is what is left of string of turtles that I bought from Soil.in. Hopefully something grows out of this, and if all of it dies, I'll be very, very unhappy. But that's how nature works sometimes. They're just not happy here. So this is the kind of the Brazil philodendron branch. There are beautiful fenestrations, and this one is my favorite with nearly all of it yellow. And yeah, so a lot of new growth coming in from here, and a lot of branches have faded that pattern. So you see the patterns have faded. So I think I had kept it in too much of a light, but I think it's slowly coming back with new growth. The new growths are showing very beautiful fenestration, so I'm optimistic about this. This is a huge philodendron basket that I have, and in 1 year it has grown so big, and it actually grew very lanky as well. So I did cut up some of the branches that had poor growth and converted it into a bunch of 2 baskets of soil propagation. I'll post a complete video on this part and show you the progress of this. Apart from that, another video that is also in progress is this philodendron that I chopped up. I finally chopped this guy up to get better growth and more bushy growth, and see already there is multiple results. There's 1 growth point, this is 2nd growth point, this is 3rd growth point, and if you can see there's another growth point below this, right? So there are a few growth points. I'm not sure what's going to finally come out of this, but I'm optimistic about this. So this is philodendron subhastrum, I think, that I bought, which has a couple of yellow leaves. I'll post a detailed video on this. This is the philodendron that I'm talking about, and I've given it a moss pole. There are a couple of new growths coming in, so I'm optimistic about this. All of this yellowing and drying may be due to the intense heat that is there currently, and the temperature fluctuation, because I switch on the AC sometimes. You see the dish area is growing new growth, multiple points, but at the same time some of the points are I earlier noticed there was an infection in here, but I did spray it. I think I've contained the infection, I'm not sure. So I'll just remove these dried up ones that are no longer relevant to this, and I think this is okay, doing as best as it can in this weather. This is the micans that I recently bought. I can't get enough of micans. I want to have a very huge moss pole like micans, philodendron micans. So ultimately, this guy is going to get transferred to another pot, larger pot with a moss pole. That's my expectation. Let's see how much I can do that. So this is Pothos Enjoy. That is doing well, I guess. Not very big, tiny one. This is, of course, the philodendron Moonlight, and there's an interesting thing about this, that an earlier leaf did not unfurl. So after this leaf, I think there were two leaves that came in. One is this one and another one is coming, but this guy has completely unfurled. However, this guy is not unfurling. I think it's some sort of stress, water stress or something like that. I have not been able to figure out what exactly is the reason, but I think if the problem does not persist with the new growth, I'm doing something right. At the same time, you can see there is a philodendron Goldie. I think this is the leaf. I think I'm making a camel's breakfast out of scientific names. I'll attach them below as per the vendor who provided me these plants. So there's this new growth coming up. I'm excited about this. I've also propped it up with a moss pole for better growth. And there is this Purkinje in the corner. And there is a tiny Rojo Congo leaf coming in. I think so. And this is another philodendron that is there. And there is Hoya here. I think this is growing well. This has multiple new growths, as you can see. I don't know if you can see. This one is there. Then there's another new growth coming out here. Another new growth coming out below here. So I'm really excited about this plant. I hope this guy gives me flowers. So yeah, this is this philodendron basket also had a neon pothos as well. So of plant ponytail palm, which is doing fairly well. You can see the roots below. You see the roots, and browning of tips is occasionally a problem, but the new growth looks beautiful. And this is Monstera 1 from Ugao. I think this is not very happy. It's not giving out fenestrations at all. This is the one from Soil, which I will review in an upcoming video. They had given two plants for in a small pot for I think I have two new leaves that have come out as well. One, this is the second one that is coming out. It's just unfurling, and I think I lost a lot of leaves here, you can see, because it was shocked after the transit. So this one cost me $1,000 and this one cost me, I think, 700 rupees. So you be the judge on what's more value for money. This is Monstera escalata, and this is essentially epipremnoid, which has larger leaves. But you see the lower leaves are showing signs of infection. I think I overwatered it a couple of times, leading to these problems. I accidentally cut it here, so ignore this. I had a yellow leaf recently, so it shed its leaf. I attached a moss pole because I wanted to encourage new growth and better and larger leaves on this guy. So I attached a very tiny moss pole that I bought from the affordable organic store. This is the tiny spider plant that I bought from Birds and Splash. It's doing really well. I potted it up in a larger pot, and you see the size has increased, right? It has shown lots of new cute growth as well. And this is the Syngonium vedlandii that I also brought from Gao, and it's doing well. I will probably propagate it multiple because I see I can propagate it from here and make multiples of. I love making multiples of a plant. And this is the peperomia that I bought. It's very low maintenance plant, isn't pushing out growth continuously. I have not even given it a pot. I bought it from local nursery for just, I think, 150 rupees. So yeah. this is the last section of my tour video. Hope you enjoy it, and I think this is pretty much a summary of all the plants I have. If you have any other issues with these plants, you can just decide to put up the questions in comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if this was at all fun and entertaining.